Mahilig ka ba sa mga fishball at kwek-kwek sa kanto? O sa mga only wings sa iba't ibang resto? Lahat ng mga yan ay nagkokonsumo ng litro-litrong mantika. Pero alam mo ba kung saan napupunta ang used oil na gamit nila? Ang pagtatapon nito sa inyong mga lababo ay maaaring pinakamabilis na paraan sa pag-dispose. Pero dahil sa hindi tamang pagtapon ng mga domestic waste, gaya nito, ay maaaring maging malaking problema sa ating kalikasan. Maaari itong magsanhi ng pagbara sa mga tubo at maaaring magpalala sa pagbaha.
Paano kung ang ginagamit mong mantika ay kaya palang magpatakbo ng sasakyan? Paano nangyari ito? Kaya naman, samahan niyo po kaming makipagkwentuhan kasama si Dr. Diane Gubatanga, isang chemical engineer, para alamin kung ano nga ba talaga ang imbensyon na ito. Tara, sakay na!
Waste-to-water energy conversion. Ito ay ang paggamit ng teknolohiya sa pag-convert ng non-recyclable waste into usable forms of energy. Kasama na rito ang fuel at electricity. Ang research ni Doc Diane ay tungkol sa pag-convert ng biomass into renewable hydrogen na 6 na taon na niyang pinag-aaralan.
So my study is about the conversion of biomass with high lipid content. For example po, yung mga ginagamit nating waste oil or used cooking oil, and kino-convert po ito into renewable energy. So for example, yung used cooking oil or mantikang ginagamit natin after tayo magluto. So this is a very common household and industrial waste. Pero if we incorrectly dispose it, it may cause severe environmental damage. And initially po, yung goal ng research ko was not to produce hydrogen. Rather, it is more on how to achieve the treatment and disposal of this used cooking oil by converting it into fuel gases such as methane. So I want to connect this research to my undergrad research sa UP Visayas. So however, during my master course study, na-notice ko po na if tubig yung gagamitin natin as a reaction medium or solvent for the reaction, yung process po favors the hydrogen production. So instead of producing carbon-based fuel, I was able to produce an environment-friendly and carbon-neutral fuel with higher energy density. So ito po yung naging motivation ko and kung bakit ko kinontinue yung research ko and enhance it up to PhD.
And Miss Diane, di ba parang alam naman natin yung kanta na tubig at langis, parang kahit anong gawin natin, mahirap siyang pagsamahin. So hindi, ayun, di ba parang challenging yun para sa inyo, para sa'yo?
So yung tubig po kasi, meron siyang special property. So at ambient or room temperature, yung tubig po is just our normal drinking water. Yung tubig po na nakikita natin na sa mineral bottles, ganyan. Pero po, for example, if we put this water into a reaction vessel and heat this vessel until 374 degrees Celsius, and if we pressurize this vessel until 25 megapascal, so imagine po na high temperature, high pressure condition, yung tubig po, hindi po siya nagiging liquid. So so yung properties niya nagiging gas. So imagine niyo po na yung tubig lumulutang, but it can dissolve materials or substances na kagaya din ng nung nasa solvent or ambient condition pa siya. So at this condition, kaya ng tubig na maging non-polar solvent. So yung oil po is a non-polar solvent, is a non-polar compound. So it means hindi siya na-dissolve sa ordinary tubig. But tubig at high temperature and high pressure condition, nagiging non-polar solvent po siya. So to answer your question, that's the mechanism of how it can mix with oil itself.
Okay, so Basically, technically, meron kayong process na ginagawa para talaga mapagsama ito. Kasi baka mamaya merong gumawa sa bahay, sabi nila, ay pwede pala yun, matry nga. So, advisable ba yun, ma'am?
You need special equipment po to withstand the high temperature and high pressure conditions po. So, unfortunately, hindi natin kayang gamitin yung ordinary. For example, pressure cooker. We cannot do this or we cannot do such experiment sa pressure cooker lang. So, what we do in our lab is to purchase stainless steel reactor na kayang mag-withstand ng high temperature, high pressure conditions. So it's a very dangerous experiment and you need proper training to do that.
Very interesting ito, lalo na sa panahon ngayon na I think hindi lang ang ating bansa ang nagsasuffer sa mataas na presyo ng langis, di ba? So ito ba malaki in a way na matutulong sa atin para at least maibsan naman yung bigat na dalahin natin sa araw-araw dahil nga sa mataas na fuel price?
Yes po. So if you take a look at the set of elements, hydrogen is one of the most abundant elements dito sa Earth. However, the problem with hydrogen is that palagi po siyang nakakasama sa ibang compounds or molecules. For example, sa tubig. So the process itself of para kunin yung hydrogen molecule is very difficult. So that's why that's also the reason why yung technology na to hindi siya masyadong widely spread, not yet in its industrial phase. So however, hydrogen itself is a very environment friendly compound. So it also carries a higher energy density. So for example, imagine nyo po meron tayong 1 kilograms na gasolina versus 1 kilograms na hydrogen. So for example, yung 1 kilo ng gasolina, siguro it can power a car for 20 or 30 kilometers, but with 1 kilogram of hydrogen, you can double the distance that your car can travel because of its higher energy content or higher energy density. So yun po. So I think hydrogen will have a greater impact if we could enhance its distribution and also modify the engines of our cars, because I think yung makina or engine ng ating mga sasakyan hindi pa siya adaptable to receive the hydrogen fuel. So I think it gives a leeway for us to enhance this part of the technology if we want to make use of hydrogen fuel someday.
Ayon kay Doc Diane, kahit anong klase ng cooking oil ay pwedeng gamitin para maging hydrogen fuel. Kung usapin naman kung gaano karaming waste cooking oil ang kailangan, ayon sa kanyang pag-aaral, ang 10 toneladang waste cooking oil ay kayang makagawa ng halos 100 toneladang hydrogen. Ito ay sagot sa patuloy na tumataas na annual waste growth ng waste oil, sanhi na rin ang pagtaas ng populasyon at pagtaas ng demand sa paggamit ng mantika ng iba't ibang industriya. Dahil malaking porsyento ng waste na ito ay improperly disposed sa mga drainage, sa kasamaang palad napupunta ito sa mga natural resources natin na nagsasanhi ng mas malaking problema tulad ng pagbaha.
So for me po, I found a way to convert this otherwise non-recyclable oil into something new and useful. So I converted it into hydrogen fuel, wherein the whole conversion process was made possible using water only. So for pure hydrogen, it burns cleaner compared to fossil fuels because it has zero carbon emissions. So ma'am, just imagine that if we combust hydrogen, it will only produce oxygen and water. So no CO2, no carbon monoxide. So therefore, we can take the waste oil out of the environment and fossil fuels out of our cars. So this is why my research is a 2-for-1 climate solution.
Noong nakaraang taon, naiuwi ni Doc Diane ang grand prize sa 2021 3-minute thesis o 3MT competition na pinangunahan ng University of Tokyo. 17 graduate school students ang naglaban-laban para sa kampyonato. Bukod sa research funds, nagkaroon din siya ng pagkakataon na makasali sa 2021 Asia Pacific 3MT competition na ginanap virtually sa pangunguna ng University of Queensland sa Australia. Layunin ng kompetisyon na ito na mas madaling mapaunawa sa mga manonood ang research ng mga participants sa loob lang ng 3 minuto. Sa mga ganitong pagkakataon, nahahasa ni Doc Diane ang kanyang science communication skills sa publiko. Para kay Doc Diane, dahil sa may hirap na terminology sa science, nagkakaroon ng gap para maunawaan ng publiko ang ginagawa nila. Kaya naman, para sa kanya, ang science communication ay gumaganap ng malaking papel para mas maging epektibo ang research, lalo na sa non-science audience.
So when you're involved in the academic field, science communication plays an important role on the effective communication of your research. So you have to reach a wider group of audience so your study can have a greater impact. So for me, science communication is a skill a researcher should have, and this is also a talent that goes beyond the walls of an academic institution. So for me, communication is an ability to communicate your science not just within your circle of peers and colleagues, but also to people outside your field. And this way, your research can be understood by most people, which helps in achieving a larger impact to society.
Nakaka-inspire kasi syempre as a young scientist na katulad mo, Miss Diane, and these studies na ginagawa ninyo is very relevant na naman din talaga. And alam natin napakalaki ng advantage or kung i-apply talaga natin sa ating buhay sa araw-araw. Pero you as a scientist, ano ba yung pinaka-mission mo talaga in the near future? Paano mo makikita o gusto makita yung sarili mo as an agent for change?
Okay. So, as a female Filipino scientist po, ma'am, and I am currently based in abroad, I want to motivate and gusto ko din po ma-inspire yung fellow Filipinos ko po who also want to pursue a career in science field. And pursuing a career in science may be difficult at first, and they may face doubts and uncertainties. So it may be difficult to find their first stepping stone, but I want them to know that they are not alone and that there are so many scientists like myself who want to extend a helping hand and to encourage them all the way to their goal. And this is the reason why I am active in participating in science communication activities and collaborations with scientific institutions such as the BOST. And I want to promote science by talking about it and making my experiences as an example. And I think po, ma'am, even in such a simple way, I am hoping that my story would reach and inspire someone and encourage him to never give up on his dreams. Isa sa mahakbang na ginagawa ko to strengthen the science communication in Philippines is by collaborating with groups such as the Pinoy Scientist, who features Filipino scientists on their different social media platforms. And I think this form of communication is very effective because they give researchers the opportunity to introduce their research and scientific activities in a fun and engaging way.
So this time naman, i-challenge natin si Ma'am Diane sa ating I Dare You game. So Miss Diane, I hope ready ka na dun sa ating game na tinatawag nating Virtual Scavengers Hunt. So, I think the process naman is technically, basically, papakita mo sa amin yung mga objects na makikita mo within your place lang. Halimbawa, magsabi ako ng something red or anything na nagsisimula sa letter L. So, ganun lang yung ating game. Ready ka na ba? Pag sinabi mong ready ka na, game na tayo.
Okay po, I'll do my best.
Okay. So, in 1 minute, tama ba tayo? In 1 minute, kailangan matapos natin itong game na to. Okay, let's start with anything that starts with an O.
Oh! Ma'am. Opo! Akala ko lang
Okay.
Orange book. Orange book.
Orange, okay.
Um, orange pouch. Wait lang po. Ito po. Dalawa po yung orange
Ayan.
pouch.
Okay, goods na yan.
Okay.
Okay, next. Something soft.
Ano po?
Something soft.
Something soft. Something soft. Unan po.
Ayan, perfect. Next is something blue.
Something blue. Wait lang po. Notebook. Tapos meron akong tawag dito. Stapler. Blue stapler. Okay.
So your recent photo on your gallery.
Recent photo on my gallery. Ma'am naman. Picture ni Doraemon po.
Bakit yan?
Last Saturday, I went to Tokyo with my friends. Tapos marami silang Doraemon na stuffs. So, ito po, picture ni Doraemon.
Okay, last na lang. Most sentimental object near you.
Okay. Ito po yung rosary. Ito po, rosary. So, ito po yung gamit ko since 2014. And it has been with me throughout my PhD journey din po. So, every time I face difficulties, ito po yung palagi kong kasama.
Alright. Thank you so much, Miss
Thank you din po.
Napaka-sports mo, napakahusay mo as a scientist, pero
you din po.
napaka-normal din naman ang buhay, ika nga. Diba? Any final words naman from you, Miss Diane?
To everyone who want to pursue a career in science, never be afraid to take your first step. For me, having a career in science is very rewarding and it gave me an opportunity to do what I love every day. And taking your first step could be in finding the right scholarship opportunities and choosing the right university or laboratory to conduct your research. So it may be difficult at first, but always know that help is within reach. And marami po tayong mga friendly scientists, Filipino scientists, who are also willing to share their knowledge and know-hows. And the most important thing is to believe in the beauty of your dreams and never give up until you have reached your goal. So, yun lang siguro po.
Dahil sa pag-aaral na ginawa ni Doc Diane, pinatunayan nito na patuloy ang pag-usbong ng agham at teknolohiya sa buong mundo. Nakikita na rin natin ang liwanag ng pag-asang darating ang panahon na ang hangin na ating lalanghapin at paligid na ating ginagalawan ay siyang tutulong sa atin patungo sa kaunlaran.
I believe that this technology could bring us closer to the futuristic carbon-neutral society. So the next time you see waste cooking oil, think of it as the fuel of tomorrow.
Napabilib ka ba sa kwento ni Doc Diane? I-share lang ang inyong reaksyon gamit ang hashtag Galing ng Pinoy Scientist at hashtag ExperTalk Online. Samahan niyo po kami tuwing Miyerkules, alas 5 ng hapon sa DOS-TV Facebook page at YouTube channel. Ako po si Jel Miranda at ito ang ExperTalk Online.